Hey everyone, first of all, welcome to the channel if you're new here. And a little bit of background before we get started because it's kind of important to what I was going to talk about with the headset originally during the actual review. My name is Jonathan Bardwell. I'm a VR, XR and MR developer. I've been doing it for about 8 years freelance at this point professionally. So I work with large companies to build specifically e-learning and training content for a variety of different devices, as you can see up on the shelf. That can be building training solutions with VR or desktop, or even doing ArcViz projects, so high quality, high detailed environment work, which would typically use a headset like this for the best resolution you can get. That was going to be the focus of the tutorial instead of doing sim racing and sim games and that sort of thing, which a lot of reviewers are doing for the Pimax Crystal Light. But that said, let's jump on in and we'll have a chat about what's going on with it and my opinions. Cool. So this has been over a year-long attempt to review the Pimax Crystal Light, I believe. I got emails starting back from last year, I believe it was, wanting to review this. They approached me, so Pimax reached out to me and they asked if I want to review the Pimax Crystal Light as part of the YouTube channel. And the idea was that I could review it on a perspective of maybe corporate, so companies that I work with who are doing this high detailed environment work and that needs the accuracy and doesn't want to go for some of the extremely expensive headsets that you would typically find in that area. This might have been a really good middle ground sort of thing, specifically for those. The goal wasn't to focus entirely on gaming specifically, but we've got a couple of issues and we kind of need to talk about that. So overall, I have not been able to test the headset at all. I've got about an hour and a half into it. They sent me the headset at the beginning of, what month are we in now? May. So beginning of May, I was talking to them back in April and they said they would send this over, which it actually turned up pretty fast. So it was sent from within the UK, which was great. And I also asked if they would be kind enough to send over a faceplate that allows you to convert the headset into base stations, so I could get out the Steam base stations, set those up for accuracy, especially if we're doing anything related and we don't want the jitter. The idea was to test that separately, so kind of do two reviews. But the problem is the headset has an issue with the right lens. So when I put the headset on, it was as though the right lens was completely out of focus. And then that caused extreme eye strain. I think I lasted about an hour and a half and I had to just turn everything off, couldn't use it. So it's kind of been on the back burner for around a month now. Pimax communication was really good. So I've got somebody that I can email directly at Pimax and they've been fantastic to get back and forth and that kind of thing. However, there were some issues early on. So back at the beginning of May when I requested, like, how do we go forward? They suggested that they send a set of replacement lenses, which we've got here. These are the old ones. I've already replaced those. What I'll do is I'll upload the video for that replacement separately. And in the process, they kind of had an issue with sending them. So I'm going to pull up my notes. And what happened was it fell on a public bank holiday, which was generally fine. That's fine. It happens. But the problem was the follow-up. They apparently had an issue at their factory. So even though they were supposed to send it to me, they didn't end up sending it straight away. So this was the 6th of May. So I received a response to my email. It was informed that I had been reported to their technical team as a priority. It had been reported to their technical team as a priority and that they would ship the replacement lenses. Then it was the 14th of May. I received a follow-up email. The follow-up email said, replacement lenses shipping update. Previously, I mentioned that your replacement lenses would be shipped promptly. However, after further internal coordination, I learned that the shipment was delayed due to process approvals and inventory reallocation at the warehouse. So I truly regret this delay and sincerely apologize for the inconvenience it was caused. So it's not much of an inconvenience to me as I didn't buy the headset, but I imagine if you do buy the headset and you get replacement lenses, but they don't ship for over a week. Actually, I think it was longer than that at this point. It's about 8 days, 9 days before I got the confirmation that there was a mess up. So that kind of put a sour note on things. Like it's just a paperweight until I get the replacement lenses. So even though they shipped the lenses and they hadn't been sent yet, there was an issue. In the same email, they followed up asking me to advertise the headset and actually show that there was a sale on the Discord and the YouTube channel and stuff like that. But I actually followed up saying that I didn't feel comfortable doing that at all. Like, advertising a headset that doesn't work and that I can't use isn't right, essentially. So I kind of left that, and I did follow up with them saying that as well, and that I wouldn't be joining or moving the conversation over to the Discord, which seemed a little bit strange. It is faster, but with something like this, I imagine email is going to be a little bit better for everybody. But we kind of just went from there, and then yeah. At which point it took 21 days for them to turn up. It took 2 weeks for them to just leave mainland China, which I can put screenshots on the screen to show that. And it was just a waiting game. So waiting's fine. That wasn't really a problem. But the issues happened yesterday when I went to install the new lenses. So again, back at the beginning of the month, there was an issue with the software. So the way that the Pimax works is it is a one-off payment and then a 2-year subscription, which you then need to pay through to keep the headset activated, or a one-off. So you're kind of paying the full lot, the main price, in 2 lots, essentially, which can be fine in some cases. It's not really a problem. I'll have more information on the screen about that. But what was the problem is I sent the device's code to my contact, who was then going to get it unlocked because it had a 15-day expiration trial on the headset. So I never touched it after that 15 days. And then I was sent the replacement lenses, which I've gone and put into the new headset. And after booting it up, the software has expired. The headset has been bricked. And after asking them yesterday what was going on with that, they sent an email saying that the headset needs to be returned and it needs to be factory reset on their end. They did also say in the same email asking me to remove a post which I made on the Discord and the YouTube, which explained why the review was late and that I was still waiting on different elements and parts to be delivered, and that there wasn't really much I could do about it. I said no, I'm not refusing. I didn't take it down. So they're still on there if anybody wants to read through the timeline of what actually went down. But yeah, and that they do not have a headset available that they can send as a replacement for me to demo out and test properly, or one that works. So really, this is a product review of a broken headset, which Pimax approached me. They asked me whether I wanted to review it, and I'm kind of just left with a paperweight. Like, I don't really know what to do. I was really looking forward to this. As I said, a lot of the clients that I work for on the day-to-day are building high-end quality products, and the idea is to display that off in the best quality we can. So I would have been able to recommend this to a variety of different people and companies if it worked and it was good. But at this point, the only thing I can do is actually box it up. They've asked me to return it. They've set up a support ticket. So I don't really know where to go from there. Pimax sent me a broken headset and I can't do anything about it. It's been over a month and all I can do is box it up and send it back. I was really, really hoping this was going to go differently. I really want to try it out. I think the idea of doing high quality VR is going to be coming back into popularity, especially hopefully soon. And I also had a bunch of video tutorials planned where we were going to make some high quality environment stuff that we could play with Unreal Engine and drop in. But now it's kind of on the back burner. Nothing else to do. They don't have a headset they can send me, apparently. So I'm just going to upload this and we'll see where we go from there. My intention is to not burn bridges. I would really love to give Pimax another chance. But right now I can't show you anything more than the headset as it is on the desk. No gameplay footage, no recordings. I wasn't able to get any of that. But yeah. So that is my experience with the Pimax Crystal Light. It's extremely disappointing. I'd love to hear back from Pimax to see what they can do about it and maybe where we can go from there. But right now, it looks like it's dead in the water and done. This is my first product review video and it did not go how I wanted it to. So if anybody's watching this and you're interested in VR development with Unreal Engine and you kind of want to build your own VR project, maybe on something else, then maybe check out some of the other videos on the channel. I also want to say, if you've got any feedback on how I can do product reviews better, then let me know, because pretty new to this, tutorials are easy, product reviews are hard. We got some more stuff that we're going to review soon, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.